Good afternoon and welcome to Rubbing Minds. I am Oscar Onyeso and thanks for joining us this Sunday. It's yet another chapter standing for, yes, Mr. Married Man Ebuka, who is still, I don't know how long honeymoons last nowadays, but hopefully he'll be back next week. But we got a lot to talk about this week. A lot has happened in the past week, and a lot of the headlines have centered around the burning issues, talking about Diazani, who obviously will be on trial till April next year, talking about the ministerial list, which officially came out, which wasn't too different from the rumored list that leaked the week before. We also have the credibility of some of those on that list. We'll take a look at that. And of course, not forgetting the Red Media Summit, October 15th to the 18th at Harbour Point. And it's just 3 days away. Everybody's geared up and excited about that. What is it all about? Well, in a nutshell, it's the biggest media summit gathering till date. And of course, Red Media are behind that. We also have a star in the studio. She will be gracing us as well to tell us more about her music, her life, and of course, everything in between so far. Great to have you on the show today. We have two, as always, young, bright-minded guys who will be shedding a bit more light on the issues we're going to touch on. We have so much to talk about, and as usual, so little time. We have Terdoh Bendega, social commentator, and we have Kelvin Igbodo, a social commentator as well. Kelvin, great to have you on board.
Nice to be here.
Terdoh,
nice
great to have. I just couldn't get past the name. I was like, where are you from, bros?
It's an incredible thing because people in Lagos don't know about it, but everywhere in Benue State, the name is...
Is it a common name?
It's very common. It's like Shion or Bola or...
No. It's not common. It's really not common.
Anyway, great to have you. How's the week been so far?
It's been amazing. Thank you.
Okay. And any complaints from your generator guy? My guy has been calling me all week.
We haven't had live for like a whole week. And,
okay. I thought it was the reverse.
No, well, my part of town, we haven't had live for a week.
And where is that?
Oh, that's in the Lekki area
big
of Lagos. Not exactly big, but actually we're all suffering.
Yeah, it's fine.
What about you, Terdoh?
I don't live in Lagos.
Oh, okay.
I live here with you guys in Ogun State.
That's a very... there's a very thin line between Lagos and Ogun.
I know.
Great to have you guys. Let's delve straight into this. Diazani, let's touch on her quickly. I don't want to dwell too much on that, but it seems she's on trial till April next year. A lot of people have the notion that this is just one of those stories where she might get away with it. Some have the opinion that, nah, this is UK. It's not going to happen. Full justice will be served. And they're working in conjunction with the EFCC. So what's your take? Let me start with you, Terdoh.
I think that we're giving her enough time to clone herself.
To clone herself?
Yes, with the amount of money she has, she actually can. So
I don't know if that amount can actually be audited, because it's getting really ridiculously scary. How much?
If that's the amount of money they think she has stolen, how much has she actually stolen?
I would like to find out, but I don't want to know. So, but how do you see this trial by April next year? What do you think the outcome will be?
I think she's going to have to pay. For the first time, we're actually having international spotlight on the entire situation. So it's something that has happened before. Like, for example, Kashamo has been in the US spotlight before, but now it's serious. Like, now everybody is on. Everybody wants to know what's happening. Everybody wants to know how much she's stolen, how it happened, how everything is going to go down. So we're hoping.
What about you?
I think she's going to be made as an example. I think that the government is going to want to see this through. So to some extent, I believe that at some point what we will see is the UK might be lenient on their own rules, but she will still be tried in Nigeria. I think that President Buhari is at the point where he needs to make someone a scapegoat. And I think this is too big an issue for it to just be swept under the carpet. So I think she might take the fall for it. Yeah.
And still on that, former Governor Bayelsa State, Depriye Alamisi, passed on. Really, really sad. Condolences to the family of the former governor. But a lot of finger pointing going on as to the fact that his health basically deteriorated once he got back into town.
Well, I think that's normal now. When you come back to Nigeria after staying out of the country for a while, everyone gets sick. We get sick.
Yeah, the air here is
it's not really nice. And the water is somehow, you know.
Seems you guys have been going in and out a lot. To come about that conclusion.
He comes from Ogun State to Lagos quite often.
Is that broad?
Yes, it counts.
But on a serious note, a lot of people were making a lot of hullabaloo about, you know, whose fault it is. Do you think that's relevant at this point?
Well, at this point, he's dead, so we can't try him anymore for anything. But if you ask the people who stay with him, if you ask people from Bayelsa, they'll tell you he was a hero to them. And if you ask everybody else, they say he was a villain. He stole money. He embezzled funds. This and that. So we're looking to see if he will be getting a posthumous award for his for his work in Bayelsa State. But everybody else just thinks he was a criminal. So we really can't say much. We'd like to respect the dead, and we'd like to say, you know, don't talk ill about the dead. But then, you know, I really don't know.
Well, let's talk about the living ministerial list. A lot of people are beginning to scrutinize the list released last week. Case in point is former governor, what should I say? Just say Rotimi Amechi. Who is under the spotlight. Well, I don't know why his really stands out, but it's really standing out basically due to the history behind, and then the screening process, and then the credibility of the screening process, not just for him, but a number of people on that list. And I'm thinking, is Mr. President being hit on too hard for this, or some of the opinion he could have come up with a better list?
I think the list we got wasn't the list we're expecting, because if we talk about change, we expected to see more technocratic people. We expected to see people who could actually ride on the change that Mr. President had been talking about. But what we got, the same old recycled people. It seemed like the people that are on the list are those who have funded the presidential campaign. And that doesn't tally well with the goal of bringing in people who are experts in their own right. For Amechi, well, I don't see what function he can bring. I might be wrong, except maybe he's going to be a Minister of Finance, because his ability to manage funds
is incredible.
It's quite amazing, you know.
Okay.
But for a lot of people on that list, bar two of them, I think, in my own opinion, I think it's actually a disappointment. We hope that the screening committee would pick out some of these things. We actually look forward to seeing what happens, what plays out. The good thing about it is it's going to be live. Nigerians can see it. We can read it on our Twitter timelines and everything. But we really want to see that these are the people that can do the job, not people who have sponsored the campaign.